are far away, each smile's a tear, but it's a lovely day when you are near. Maybe that love is blind when passion rules, and that my heart and I are just two fools. And yet, my darling, if you ever said goodbye, I know we both would die, my heart and I. Once in a lifetime, a love dream comes true, just once in a lifetime or never. I met my fate on the day I met you. The moment you kissed me, I knew. Strange fascination seemed to fill and hold me. Fateful temptation, such as no one ever told me. Everything I would endure for you. Come what may, oh, I'll keep smiling through. My heart is yours, so you just take it. It's only asking not to break it. We are in love with you, my heart and I, and we are always true, my heart and I. When you are far away, each smile's a tear, but it's a lovely day when you are near. Maybe that love is blind when passion rules, and that my heart and I are just two fools. And yet, my darling, if you ever said goodbye, I know we both would die. My heart and
Style in singing is not yet a lost art, exclaimed a critic after his first London recital. And that's true whatever Stuart Burrows sings, whether it's a Viennese love song, a Mozart aria, or a Victorian ballad. Style and the sheer pleasure of singing.
And all I want to do is sing. It's very simple. It's as simple as that. You see, it's not often that people can say that they're doing something they want to do, and there is nothing that they would like to do better. Because I'm doing that by singing to people. Even as a young child, singing to me was something very special.
This special gift of a pure lyrical tenor voice, a voice that recalls the golden age of bel canto, has taken him to all the great halls of song, to the opera and the concert platform in Paris and Vienna, in Salzburg and Covent Garden, and here in a snowbound New York, to the new Metropolitan Opera at the Lincoln Center. What, for an authority like Maestro Scholti, is the secret of his command of Mozart's lyric line?
I would say, Stuart, has probably one of the most beautiful lyric tenor voice which I ever heard, and he has a wonderful quality also, the voice, that he never forcing the voice. He's always sounding round, and he has something which I think is really the secret of his singing, the natural voice.
It's just a perfectly natural instrument. And I do it as I feel. So that's what happens. I can't explain it better than that. It is simply a natural sound.
The Royal Opera at Covent Garden, and for such a voice, there can be few finer roles than that of Lenski in Tchaikovsky's opera Eugene Onegin. The poet Lenski and his friend Onegin have quarreled at a country ball. The outcome is a duel next morning. As Lenski waits for Onegin to keep the fatal rendezvous, he sings of his past, of his carefree youth, his foreboding of death, and how the loss of his beloved Olga will be his only regret.
Shall I survive the day that's dawning? I vainly try to read its warning. It shrouds itself in mystery. So be it, this is fate's decree. Start another day, but I by that time may be shrouded and lie alone within my grave. As leafy slowly bears me downward, my name will cease to be remembered and fade. Save yours, Olga. Will you then come, my angel, my beloved, to shed a tear where I am lying, and say there, once we were in love, but now he watches from above as I lament his early dying. promised bride, I wait for you. Your bridegroom waits to greet his chosen bride, to greet his chosen bride. Oh, come, oh, come. Oh, come to me, my chosen bride. Oh, come, be at my side. How far, how far, how far away you seem now, oh golden days, oh golden days when I was
From that operatic Russian countryside to the reality of a New York winter and the problem of what you do when you're not singing or rehearsing. For Stuart, as a former schoolmaster, there's no difficulty. He gets on with children everywhere. Here in Central Park, he meets up with two youngsters who, astonishingly, have actually seen him performing in La Traviata, and who are ready to talk about Verdi's hothouse melodrama, even in this sub-zero temperature. But of course, it was the action that fascinated
And
them.
then the Baron, I was playing cards with, I challenged the Baron.
Oh yeah, was it to a duel or did you just
So I challenged him to play cards.
And then you got mad at him or something, and Beverly still says to the Baron, be careful, he'll kill you.
And then I threw the money.
Yeah, right.
You like that part,
Yeah,
did you?
yeah, then she goes, oh, and walks like, you know, and then she faints a little bit and things like that.
Yes, it looked all right once the money, the big wad of notes,
Yeah.
all flew over the place. But one rehearsal, the wad of notes stayed as a wad.
Oh, no.
And it went bang, and
Oh.
instead of going downwards, it went
It didn't,
right in the face.
And she was
And that was very
mad.
painful.
That
So
hurts.
you've got to...
But a career which has snowballed from small beginnings to become a global affair still has its rigors. Not least, learning your words in a lonely and anonymous apartment.
Oder hat eine höhere Macht mich gerettet? Oder hat eine höhere Macht mich gerettet?
I'm not ambitious, because I've never been ambitious. It's a question of things have happened, and I've done what I've thought I had to do. But I had no ambition to sing at the Metropolitan Opera, New York. Truly, it just happened. And similarly with Royal Opera House, Covent Garden, it just happened. Now, of course, you may say, well, you know, you are lucky. Well, of course, it amounts to being lucky. But attached to this amount of luck, there is this dedication that I know I have, that it's got to be right.
Wodurch erhältst du das? Speise und Trank von ihr.
And even in the middle of revising a German libretto, he still has a yearning for his Welsh homeland, and for those folk melodies so far away from the sophistication of Manhattan and the Met.
Cariuch med David Vangelin mi, kai shavkin marmur raiton arni, koduch
David the Garrigwen, David of the White Rock, brings him back in memory to this street where he was born, in the village of Kilfynydd in the Taff Valley. And it seems almost like a Welsh confidence trick that this same street was also the birthplace of Geraint Evans, pioneer and advocate of Welsh talent for export to the world. Indeed, this village can well be proud of that night in Salzburg in 1970, when two Kilfynydd boys took the stage together to sing Mozart's Don Giovanni. A nest of singing birds, you might call this village, where even amongst the very young, the rivalry of Eisteddfod and Singing Festival gives a keener edge to musical effort. For Stuart, childhood here was a normal knockabout affair. There was also his budding reputation as a boy soprano, singing, for example, here in his local chapel, before going on to grammar school, to college and national service, and to a vocal revelation.
When I was in the forces in the last couple of weeks of conscription, and one Saturday morning I was dressing in order to come home for the weekend, and on the radio in the billet that morning was a record of Gili singing Schubert's Ave Maria. Now, this particular song I had sung as a young boy, as a boy soprano, so I knew it. And without realizing it, I began to sing. Now, this was the first time that I had even attempted to sing since my voice had changed. And I'd gone about 6 or 8 bars or something, and I realized that I was singing with Gili. So I realized that I was a singer again. And I came home really on a cloud that day, I can tell you, because I wanted to sing so much. But until then, there had been no voice.
His tenor career began in concerts and oratorios, and he still finds time for the well-loved favorites. In the Welsh valleys, the tenor voice is still the tops, especially a tenor who'll sing their kind of music with all the friendly warmth he brings to being a good mixer.
I just enjoy company and the atmosphere generated by the people around me in Wales. It's because we are very close communities and live in this way. We are sentimental as a race. We are romantic as a race.
In any language, obviously, it's a good musical night out.
Welsh, as I know, love to sing in any sort of chorale, any sort of chorus, any sort of way, from minors to top level, everybody singing there. And of course, that naturally produces a few outstanding singers. Very interesting, you know, this is some sort of strange characteristic between the Hungarians and the Welsh, that as two small nations produce as many musicians. God knows why. While the Welsh produce singers, the Hungarians producing instrumentalists and conductors.
welches Weg non zum Dinge, sed du bonus fac venire, ne pereni sequestra statuens in parte
In any singer's career, there must come, in showman's terms, the big break. Stuart left teaching, turned professional, and sang his first roles with the Welsh National Opera before that break came. It was at Stravinsky's invitation that he sang the title role in that composer's Oedipus Rex in Athens.
This was really the first major step forward out of this country. And I took it, and it was a great success for me. He wanted me to go on to Madrid with him, but at that time I couldn't, because I was already committed to a concert in Wales in Pontrhydd Fendigaid. How about that? So I said no, I couldn't. I couldn't cancel it. I had to go there. So they paid my airfare back, and I went to Pontrhydd Fendigaid and did the concert in an open marquee or whatever, with rain pouring down by the gallon. And I thought to myself, oh, to be in sunny Madrid now. But that's how it goes.
In the autumn of 1967, he made his American debut as Tamino in The Magic Flute, to the accompaniment of rave notices. Superb Mozartian grace, wrote one critic. A sterling tenor perfect for Mozart, said another.
No, I think this was really the big blast off as far as the career was concerned. You know, it just shot off. And while I was there, having had such a tremendous success in San Francisco, I had a telegram from the Met, from Rudolf Bing, asking me to go and sing at the Met. Now, you know, this was furthest away from my dreams at that time. But it all happened, and it went progressively from there.
And so it continues. Until now, he must confine himself to London, Paris, Vienna, and to New York, where he recently joined Beverly Sills for La Traviata.
We've also recorded together, you know. We've done the Tales of Hoffmann and Maria Stuarda. I think he's the most perfect Hoffmann today. It's an ideal voice for Hoffmann, ideal. He can spin a tone like nobody's business. He's one of the few tenors I know that can take a high tone and then pull it back to almost nothing. Very difficult to do, and he does it, you know, just like nothing.
As an example of that fine-spun tone, let's hear him in Massenet's opera Manon. In the seminary of Saint-Sulpice in Paris, the hero des Grieux, deserted by his mistress, hopes to find rest and comfort in a religious life. But he cannot banish his ardent love for the faithless Manon. Ah, fille douce image, he sings. Ah, begone, sweet vision, too dear to my heart. begone away from me.
Je suis seul. C'est l'enfer. C'est le moment suprême. Il n'est plus rien que j'aime que le repos sacré que m'apporte la foi. Oui, j'ai voulu mettre Dieu même entre le monde et moi. Peu m'importe la ville et ce semblant de gloire. Je ne veux que chasser du fond de ma mémoire un nom maudit, ce nom qui m'obsède. Et pourquoi? Mon Dieu, de votre flamme, purifiez mon âme et dissipez à sa lueur l'ombre qui passe encore dans le fond de mon corps.
Unlike most of his fellow Welsh artists, he still lives in Wales, and home for him now is here, in the village of St. Fagans near Cardiff. The comforts of domesticity are here, even if the cash still has to be found across the Atlantic.
America forever.
I've tried to live a normal life, but as time goes by, I find it increasingly difficult because one is away so much, you see, from home and from the country. The pressure of a career like this is so great. There is very little time that one gets to do other things that one would like to do. You see, when I began singing, I used to play rugby football. Well, obviously, I'd be a lunatic if I tried to play now because of the fear of injury. And so, much as I would love to do it. I don't, for fear of being annoyed with myself, take up such a thing as golf, because I know damn well that if I get onto that tee and it isn't going the right way, then I have to stay there until it is. Whatever I do, I've got to do it well.
Stop it. Let's do it again.
Ma dal suo lucido fondo di lacca, come con subito moto si stacca, qual farfalletta sfollazza e posa, con tal grazietta silenziosa.
Relaxation for a top tenor includes turning from the vocal bravura of Lieutenant Pinkerton to the simpler and less demanding role of Adam the gardener.
And it's only happened recently. It happened because I was in this country more this year than in previous years. And I found myself at home with time to spare while the nights were still light, you know. And I went into the garden and I planted seeds and what have you, and lo and behold, up came the flowers and up came the vegetables, and I thought myself a veritable gardener. But, of course, I know nothing about it at all. I can relax. I can switch off like that and then switch back on very quickly. I could sleep anywhere. You know what I mean? If somebody said to me, you sleep for 40 minutes, then I could do it. Maybe not for 40, but certainly for half an hour by switching off.
Relaxing also means being at home with his son and daughter. They're involved in their own kind of music making.
I don't know whether they are going to be singers, but certainly they are instrumentalists already. I was very fortunate at the beginning of our married life, when we had the children, you know, earlier on, that I was able to take them, the whole family, with me abroad to America for prolonged periods. And it didn't interfere too much with their schooling. But now the children are in their teens, you see. It's a very different situation. And I find that I want to be home more because of this. You know, this is the time when they really need me as well as my wife. She has done a marvelous job in bringing them up while I've been away. And, you know, this is only because we have that great understanding.
And it's that mutual understanding which copes with a lengthy absence as well as with a day of recording in London.
Gib mir die Hand, dass ich sie heimlich drücke, und wenn man's sieht, mir ist es einerlei. Gib mir nur einen deiner süßen Blicke, wie einst im Bad. Es blüht und duftet heut
In the clinical craft of recording, the plaudits are technical ones. Repetition perhaps tedious but necessary. The constant search is for perfection. Certainly, it's quite unlike the musical welcome of a great city. Paris is for him a recent conquest, but like everywhere else, a resoundingly successful one. But how does a singer in such demand avoid the dangers of overwork?
I have sung things that have been well within my compass. And as the voice has developed through the years, of course it's possible now to sing much bigger and heavier roles than I would have done 10 years ago. There have been overtures made to me to sing Wagnerian repertoire. Now, I would be absolutely mad if I accepted these offers, because it would be not good for me.
What has been good for him, undoubtedly, is the coveted tenor role in Don Giovanni, a role which has placed him in the classic line of singers like John McCormack, Tito Schipa, and Fritz Wunderlich. There's more than just distance and time between that homely chapel in Kilvanith and the secular splendors of the Paris Opera. But now the latest Don Ottavio climbs these stairs on his way to his dressing room, to the first night under the baton of Maestro Scholti, and to another new operatic world to conquer. The tenor part in Don Giovanni has often been played as a lifeless figure, timid, irresolute, and ineffective. But Stuart's interpretation has brought a new look and a new strength to the character. He becomes, said a Viennese critic, a genuine opponent of Don Giovanni, making both sense and music out of the drama. In the first of the two great tenor arias in Mozart's masterpiece, Don Ottavio sings of his love and devotion to Donna Anna, daughter of the murdered Commendatore. Donna Anna has begged him to revenge her father's death. Now he sings, her anger becomes mine. Upon her peace of mind my own depends. There is no joy for me if she is not happy. Dalla sua pace la mia depende.
Creder deggio disinero delito capace un cavaliero a discoprire il vero ogni mezzo si cerchi io sento in petto ed sposo ed amico il dover che mi parla disinganar la voglio a vendicarla. Dalla sua pace la mia dipende, quel che a lei piace
Well, how does Stuart sum up his life and his career?
You know, I've been very fortunate enough to have sung with the best orchestras in the world, the best conductors in the world, worked with the best colleagues in the world, the best producers in the world. I have recorded what I want to record, and I've sung the roles I've wanted to sing. I've sung at probably the greatest places in the world. And all I want to do is continue in this vein, enjoying myself.
When like a star you shine on me, shine then my whole life through. Your light divine bids me hope anew that dreams of chance come true, and I shall hear